Well, good day there, and welcome to a new video. And today we're going to talk about the concerns of Buzz Lightyear. And I mean, yeah, concerns definitely. And I just think, and I'm sure that a lot of people in this community think that he is just being completely overtuned, and he's completely breaking the game. And we're gonna identify those problems today. And well, overall, the situation is just, it's going to damage the game long term. I will be discussing on how that's going to happen, and then I'll be probably finish off with like a call of action or a solution to this problem, because this can't be lasting for 2 months, and I hope it really doesn't. Anyway, we'll start off with his first problem. He's way too broken. This brawler is just so broken that there's literally no counter. He's a damage dealer that has a tank amount of health and assassin capabilities, insane mobility, and everything about his kit is just completely broke. He's a fundamentally broken brawler, and I'll explain more on why he is incredibly broken. I mean, it doesn't really need explain. You watch gameplay like you're watching here. It doesn't need much explaining. First off, let's just go on why this is a problem in the first place. Well, the problem in the first place is that this brawler is free. So that means everyone can get him that are above 400 total trophies, which is basically everyone. That's like getting up 4 brawlers to 100 trophies in the game. That is so easy. The next problem will be with that situation is that the brawler is already max leveled. Like, the brawler is max leveled, so against low trophy players that have low levels, new players, new beginning players, they're playing against a Buzz that's max leveled and stronger because he's way overtuned. And so it's become nearly impossible to face this brawler because he's completely broken. How this impacts the player use rate, I think that it's like I've been trying to push 3 brawlers, I think, in a past update. This update now, I've gotten all 3 of them to 900. I cannot get past that 900 mark with trophies. Honestly, there's a Buzz in your lobby, you've lost. It's 100% unplayable, and it's impossible to be getting consistent wins, getting win streaks, and playing other brawlers besides Buzz. And in terms of like the Buzz himself, playing him doesn't reward you with anything other than the trophy reward, like the trophy system box thing at the end of the season, which is not really that important. You don't actually earn trophies and you don't lose trophies, and that's another problem. There's no consequence of losing or throwing the game. You can just throw the game if you're a Buzz on your team. First time playing him, I've literally gained like extreme win streaks. And another issue is that the lobbies are just full of Buzz Lightyears. And even playing a 900 trophies on like the second day at 900 trophy brawls, I still face against like 3 Buzz Lightyear teams, and it's duplicated too. So, and I've noticed that the matchmaking's been duplicated for a while. When this update dropped, I've noticed that when I play Brawl Ball, I get multiple Mortises, I get multiple Kenjis, and they have to do that obviously so it doesn't crash the server, but it's just something that really they could have avoided in the first place by not releasing a brawler that's free straight off the bat, and it can be used anywhere, like except for ranked obviously, and that's probably the only safe place to be in this meta right now. Now let's talk about Buzz Lightyear himself. I think the Saber mode is just way too broken. The fact that his super has such a long distance too, it covers half the Brawl Ball map, and he's able to just snipe someone across the map with that super, and the super charge is ridiculously fast. On top of that, he's a damage dealer that has a tank trait, which is just unbelievably, I don't know why on earth he has a tank trait when he's a damage dealer, but simply, he's just tanky, he's got too much damage, his unload speed is ridiculously fast, and he's got a hypercharge for some reason, and on top, yeah, a hypercharge as well, so you got stat buffs with that. His other modes are still insanely strong, like the they're still insanely above other brawlers. It's just that that particular one is busted. Like, let's talk about the first one, which is the laser mode. The laser mode is the weakest out of the three, but it's still very strong because it still does a lot of damage, and it's easier to counter than the other ones. You can outrange him. His projectiles are sort of slow, I've noticed, so it's easy to sort of dodge, but does a lot of damage, and the burn damage doesn't need to be there. I actually honestly do not know why they have included the burn damage in that. It just isn't needed for a brawler like him. And then his super is pretty underwhelming though. It's pretty pathetic. That's the only thing that's probably bad about him that balances him. But other than that, you could play him in any other mode. So let's talk about the wing mode. The wing mode is just ridiculously high damage. I think he kind of attacks similar to Cordelia's, but instead it does like a lot more damage. So, like, it does more damage. He does like the most burst damage in the game. It is ridiculously impossible to push into that, and that's the only thing that counters that. It's the only thing that counters Saber Buzz at the moment, and I don't get why they're extremely fast too. Like, they're extremely fast, and then the other one is extremely slow as well. There's a lot of issues with this Buzz Lightyear being broken, and it's causing a lot of problems through Reddit community. So I don't think that the Supercell company are going to nerf him, just because he is a limited time brawler. And this limited time isn't very much. I guess it is limited, but it goes for 2 months. So we're gonna have to cope with this for 2 months. So that is not good for the entire game. It restricts your play is the biggest issue. So we'll talk about the impacts of this, what's actually happening. It's restricting a lot of your play. It allows you can't push any brawlers that you like to push to max rank. It's impossible now. It's only Buzz Lightyear, and yeah, so the issue is that it's impossible to play the brawlers you like to play, and the whole point of Brawl Stars is to play different brawlers, and their whole gimmick and what makes the game awesome is every brawler is unique and it's fun to play. It's not fun when there's particularly one brawler that is just way better than the others and is free. And it's also, when you get him for free, he's max leveled, so the new players are not going to play the other brawlers, they're going to play this one. I personally do like to play other brawlers. I played him for one stream, and I only played him for basically, I don't even think it was for an hour, and I just had enough of him. Like, a brawler isn't fun if they're too strong. I feel like they're just not fun at all if they're too strong. And yeah, we've already discussed the ways we can balance him, but it's still, he's just, the fact that it's fundamentally, even if you balanced him, it's still going to be a disadvantage to those new players that have to face against a max level brawler. It's still going to be broken. No matter how they nerf it, it's still incredibly broken on low trophies. Let's go with some solutions they could do. And I've been hearing that a lot of people want this brawler to be only in a separate game mode for only him. So I think that's a good idea, but the problem is that no one would play it because it's just going to be boring. And so, or maybe like it'd be like sort of like Angels and Demons, where it would pop up on certain places so people can play what they want without having to go against a Buzz Lightyear. That's a good way to fix it, but the problem again is people just won't play those game modes where he's out. So, or they will when they want to. Now we're talking about the concerns and the long-term effects of this. He's obviously overpowered. He's free, and I think in future, I don't think they're gonna make the same mistake, but they're gonna still. I reckon they're gonna continue with the free limited time brawlers. And yeah, they aren't. There's no chance they're gonna nerf him. It's just, and in fact, yeah, I've already emphasized that, you know, level 1 brawlers that you get at the start of the game, it's gonna have no chance against this brawler. And so I need to emphasize that this brawler definitely needs to be either balanced to be a fair play, and either just to not like maybe fix the matchmaking sort of, or maybe fix like the fact that maybe you have to be a certain amount of trophies other than above 400 to unlock him, or maybe it could be like a sort of season thing where you can unlock him like as you progress through like the season, or he could just be a pay to win. If he's a pay to win, it'd be a lot easier, to be honest. But well, I'd like to thank you guys for listening, and if you guys agree with me, do comment down. I don't want this to be going for 2 months. I definitely don't. I don't think anyone does. I'm already sick of it by the second day. And yeah, well, I'll see you then.